The main location of Poppy Playtime Co. was created in 1930 by Elliot Ludwig. Later, her wife divorced him in the same year. But unfortunately, his wife Molly and daughter died in 1960. He never lost the power and continued to work hard.
Playtime Co. is the product of a great man by the name of Elliot Ludwig. Divorced, but a family man at heart. His sights were always set on bringing amazing toys to amazing children around the globe. Ludwig spent countless hours in the factory, working overtime relentlessly in an attempt to continuously innovate and surprise. In the 1960s, an unfortunate family death had pushed Ludwig down to his lowest. But with so much ambition, he rose back up and continued to fulfill his vision for the Playtime Co. toy factory. Ludwig could never be content leaving a project unfinished. But just how did one man come to create such an astounding empire? How did he manage to stay determined even after suffering such a tragic loss? It all began in the fateful year of 19...
There were many employees. Only some are really important too. The story. Let's get to know who the important ones are. High-ranked members: Holly Sawyer, Eddie Ritterman, Leith Pierre, Stella Graber. Employees: Claire Harper, Marcus Brickley, Rowan Stoll, Thomas Clark. It was just a regular toy factory at first, creating different kinds of toys for children. Everyone could take a visit to the factory for $3. Their first toy was a doll named Poppy, which is the main character of this series.
You are about to see the most incredible doll ever invented. Her name is Poppy, and she is the first truly intelligent doll in the world. A little girl can talk to her. Poppy gives her answers. She is the first doll actually able to have a conversation with a child. Hard to believe? Just watch.
Poppy Playtime!
Poppy's as lovable as a real girl, and she talks like one, too.
Hi, my name is Poppy. I love you. Can you help me polish my shoes?
Why, of course, Poppy. Just like a real girl, Poppy always wants to look her best.
Perfect! Thank you.
Her hair is sturdy and won't come out when you brush it, and smells just like a poppy flower. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Poppy?
I'm a real girl, just like you.
What's the time?
Playtime!
And if you've ever wanted to see how all of the nation's favorite toys were created, Playtime Co. is now offering factory tours at just $2.99 a person. An entire hour in the most magical toy factory on Earth. What are you waiting for? Come visit the factory.
After the success of Poppy, they started creating new toys. After Poppy, they created Doughy the Doughman in the 1950s, Brawn in 1961, Boxy Boo in 1966, Yarnaby in the 1970s, Candy Cat in 1979, Huggy Wuggy in 1984, Kissy Missy in 1985, then Colored Wuggies, Pianosaurus, Bunzo Bunny, Cat Bee, PJ Pugapillar, Daisy, Miss Delight. The members of Smiling Critters in 1989, the members of Nightmare Critters, Mommy Longlegs in 1991, Daddy Longlegs, Baby Longlegs, and then Boggy Bot in 1993. There were failed ones too, but these are the quite popular and the popular ones. Elliot created an underground on-site orphanage named Playcare in 1976. It contained a home, a school, a toy shop, a playhouse. In 1989, they created a cartoon series for orphans named Smiling Critters. It had 8 members: Bobby Bear Hug, Bubba Bubbaphant, Crafty Corn, Hoppy Hopscotch, Kickin' Chicken, Picket Piggy, Dog Day, Catnap.
What's the time?
Playtime! S-M-I-L-E every day! When you are down and out, no need to frown and pout. The Smiling Critters here to say S-M-I-L-E every day!
Besides smiling critters, there were nightmare critters. Baba Chops, Icky Licky, Raby Baby, Alistair Gator, Simon Smoke, Poe, Tui, Nagi Mako.
Something giving you the jitters might just be the nightmare critters.
Nightmare critters come to play to gross you out in every way. We can't wait to wreck your day, so be very afraid.
There were commercial VHS for Mommy Longlegs, Pianosaurus, Yarnaby, and Dewey.
Look, it's Mommy Longlegs, the coolest toy around. You can stretch your legs or hang her upside down. Try to twist and bend her in every kind of way. Now it's time to have some fun. Mommy Longlegs wants to play.
With Playtime Co.'s new patented elastic plastic, you can stretch, pull, and twist Mommy Longlegs in the craziest ways. She loves watching you play. When you're having fun, she's having fun. The new Mommy Longlegs from Playtime Co.
Pianosaurus, he plays just for us. We join the chorus. P-I-A-A-L-saurus, playing his scales from his teeth to his tail.
It would take an extinction-level event to stop this late Cretaceous composer.
He's the Pianosaurus, he plays just for us. We join the chorus.
What's the time?
Playtime!
The fun never ends. Cozy and godly, your new best friend, Yarnaby.
I love braiding his hair.
He'll hold you close and keep you there,
He watches over me when I sleep.
protecting your dreams. The fun never ends. Cozy and godly, your new best friend, Yarnaby.
Joey the Dough-Man!
He stretch you, he scum you, he squish you, he's fun you. D-O-E-Y. He's silly, he's goo you, he's sticky, he's glue you. D-O-E-Y.
Look at all the colors.
So many toys and one. Triple time the friend and triple time the fun. D-O-E-Y. Love it till the day that you die.
Each member had different scent. Catnap plushies supposed to get lavender scent, but somehow they got a scent that puts people to sleep. Because of these incidents, Playtime Co. recalled Catnap.
Everyone knows Huggy Wuggy and Poppy Playtime, but are your children safe from Playtime Co.'s latest toy? What you've seen here is Playtime Co.'s own Smiling Critters, a limited series cartoon meant to celebrate the release of the toys sharing its name. Yet both now face the fire sparked by the inclusion of one key member. This is Catnap. And like the others of his line, you just pull his little tail and seems innocent enough. However, parents across the country report their children experiencing strange and often violent nightmares. And beside them, their little, grinning Catnap doll. Now, with controversy growing, Playtime Co. has announced the recall of all Catnap toys from the Smiling Critters line. His image cleared from all promotional material. But damage already done, will disappearing be that easy? The exact cause of these incidents still unknown, only one thing appears glaringly certain. Your children are not safe with Catnap.
By the way, people could adopt children from Playcare. After the Catnap incident, Holly Sawyer came up with a plan that changed everything. In 1989, Holly Sawyer came up with a plan called Bigger Bodies Initiative. The goal was to experiment on humans and turn them into giant toys and use them as employees, so they wouldn't have to pay. Before that, I want to mention two things. The first one is that before the Bigger Bodies initiative, they were experimenting on rats. In the 1960s, after the death of Elliot's daughter, they created first living toy Poppy with using the parts of Elliot's daughter. So Poppy is Elliot's daughter?
It was awful. So awful. I didn't want... This wasn't what I thought we were gonna leave. Leave the factory. Not this. All those people. Prototype says we can't leave. Not now, not ever. I hate him. I hate him, and I hate this place, and I hate that he's... right. He explained everything, and he's right. We can't leave. It's too risky. What they did to us, we can't ever let it happen to us or anyone ever again. Doesn't make me feel better about the bodies, though. What he was saying about them. I know there's not really another option. The toys will starve otherwise. They'll die. But it's still disgusting. I wish you were here, Dad. I could really use one of your talks right about now. You'd know what to say. When you were running this place, you always knew what to say. I miss you.
Before the Bigger Bodies initiative, Elliot created a program named the Young Geniuses Program. This program gave an opportunity to young people to work in Playtime Co. One of the people who saw this program was Holly Sawyer. Elliot accepted him, so he started working in Playtime Co., but something was unusual with him. Due to his behavior, Elliot had to remove him from the program. By the way, the high-ranked members that I mentioned got here with the help of this program. Because of the catnap incident, Playtime Co. had financial issues in this period. Lead Pierre ordered Gerard Lockhart to find someone who can save this company. Gerard came back with a list of people. One of them was Holly Sawyer. They had no choice other than bringing Holly back. They told Holly their decision, and he immediately accepted. He came up with a plan called Bigger Bodies Initiative. Elliot did not want children to suffer, but he still accepted Holly's plan.
My name is Harley Sawyer. I'm called the Doctor. When I look at this company we've built, I do not feel proud. Declining profits, failed experiments, people are constantly seeing things they shouldn't. How is that anything less than complete failure on our part? It's pathetic. Now we're understaffed, safety protocols are being abandoned, workplace incidents are common. We can't avoid a lawsuit forever. We need to deal with all of these issues at once. I'm here now with a solution. The Bigger Bodies Initiative. Giant toys. We can increase our workforce and simultaneously decrease the number of lawsuits and people on our payroll if the people we have working aren't people. Put me in charge of it, and I will save this company.
High-ranked members agreed Holly's decision. They decided to create a game station which would contain 3 games. Children could travel between Playcare and Game Station by a train when they were asked. After the game station, they built a giant prison below the factory.
long way down. So, this is what we have to work with.
Do you believe it's doable?
Sure, yeah. It's doable.
Good. Remember, our timetable here is tight. If there's anything you need from me, do not hesitate.
Actually, I've got something I want to talk to you about. It's important.
I'm listening.
My company. We've built a lot for you over the years, and believe me, we've always been accommodating. We just did the work you paid us to do.
And your point here is?
I don't like what I'm supposed to be building here. Look, the game station, whatever. It'll be fun for the kids. Underground production plants. Sure, maximize production. Makes a kind of sense. As much as any of us, I suppose. But this... what in the world would a toy company need with a prison? When my people were building Playcare, all Mr. Ludwig could talk about was how much good it could do. And all you needed was a look at the man to know he believed every word of it. I need to hear that this is still the same company. If we're gonna make this thing for you, then I need that assurance. It's a game. Something for the kids. Anything. Mr. Ritterman?
Let me give you a bit of history, friend. In 1972, you signed a contract, a legally binding piece of paper that says whatever is asked of you, you do it. We asked. You did. In 1990, you signed another, a renewal. In it, had you bothered at all to read it, you'd have found a small clause. Any and all directives will be accomplished in the appropriate time and with appropriate compensation should the project be completed to satisfaction. Your name rests at the bottom of that document, and I remember because it was the ugliest bit of cursive I've ever seen. So now you do the work, because we've given you a directive.
Mr. Ritterman, we're near the...
Yes. Yes, we are. All of us are. On a ledge. Great things are coming. Great things that will someday make a lot of people very happy. But to do so, to make that dream real, we need this. Otherwise, there's a place we're all for. Together. I'm a businessman, Mr. Silver, and I don't like to get angry. I get paid to see that things get done. And this, like everything else, will get done.
Firstly, the children goes to the game station from the Playcare after they play 3 different games. First one to test their memory, second one to test their speed, and third one to test their endurance. If the child completes all the games perfectly, an assessment is sent to Stella Graber by the scientists. After they get back to the Playcare, scientists use poppy gas to put them to sleep, so they can experiment. The toys that I mentioned earlier were regular toys. After Bigger Bodies Initiative, they got their giant and alive form. Now let's see who the experiments were in order. Playtime cost 1,006 experiment created a horrifying creature. After he got named, the prototype is known as the main antagonist of Poppy Playtime series. The prototype was created from an adult. We'll talk about him later. Their first successful experiment was 1160, as known as Boxy Boo. Experiment 1163 was Pianosaurus. Experiment 1166 was Yarnaby. He is created from an orphan child named Quinn Nevidson. Yarnaby was Holly's favorite pet. 1170th experiment was Huggy Wuggy. He is created from an adult. He was placed in front of the main door of Playtime Co. as a security guard. Experiment 1172 was a lovely character, Kissy Missy. 1186th experiment was Bobby Bear Hug. 1188th experiment, Catnap. An orphan child named Theodore Gramble was used as a part of Bigger Bodies Initiative. which lead to him turn into catnap. We'll talk about how he ended up in this way soon. He was used in Playcare. 1199th experiment was Braun, who was Thomas Clark. An employee named Thomas Clark was experimented on and turned into Braun. We'll talk about him as well. 1222nd experiment was Mommy Longlegs. She was Marie Payne previously. She was used in Game Station looking after the kids while the scientists were testing them. By the way, her bigger body version was created before her toy version. Experiment 1322 was Doughy the Doughman. The things are complicated here. He is created from 3 children, Jack Ayers, Kevin Barnes, and Matthew Hellard. We'll talk about them later. This might be shocking for those who haven't played Poppy Playtime yet. Experiment 1354 was the Doctor, created from Holly Sawyer. The person who started all of this now turned into something else. It's crazy, right? We'll get back here soon. Experiment 1395 was Bunzo Bunny. Experiment 1398 was PJ Pugapillar. Experiment 1399 was Bubba Bubbafint. There are some bigger body toys with unknown experiment numbers. Miss Delight, Doc Day, Hoppy Hopscotch, Picky Piggy, Crafty Corn, Kickin' Chicken, Baba Chops, Daddy Long Legs, Baby Long Legs, and much more. By the way, only Baba Chops had a bigger body version among the Nightmare Critters. The other members had no bigger body versions. Quinn Navidson was an orphan from Playcare. He had a habit, ripping the heads off of toys. Quinn came back from Game Station with bad scores after he was sent there. 3 points out of 5 from musical memory, 2 out of 5 from Wackawaggy, and 3 out of 5 from statues. Quinn made that on purpose. He wanted that scientists would have less expectations of him. Holly told him to try second time and show the real Quinn. Quinn had no one to trust besides Holly. He was sent to Game Station for the second time and he came back with good results. Unfortunately, he soon became a victim of experiments and turned into Yarnaby. When he based Yarnaby, he was still loyal to Holly. He used to see him as his master. Holly treated him like a pet. Theodore Gramble was a child from Playcare. Theodore had a friend none other than the prototype. With the help of the prototype, Theodore stole a green grabpack hand. With the hand he opened a door and let the orphans escape. Green grabpack hand requires electricity. Since Theodore was 7 and overcharged the hand, he electrocuted himself. There was no any way to save him, so they decided to turn him into a bigger body toy. He was turned into Catnap. Later, Catnap was used in Playcare to put children to sleep and prevent escaping from Playcare. The next one is Thomas Clark. Thomas Clark was an employee who was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. After 6 months, he decided to be part of Bigger Body's initiative. After being experimented on, he turned into Braun. Now let's see the source video.
Test subject is 59-year-old Thomas Clark, a full-time employee at Playtime Co. since 1955. 6 months ago, he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Now, Mr. Clark, of sound mind, has volunteered for this experiment.
We have eye movement. Can you hear us, Thomas?
1199 displayed much more disorientation than we expected. Subsequent mental testing metrics were also cut practically in half. It's just conjecture on my part, but I don't believe he knows where he is or what's happened to him. To make matters worse, the other experiments could tell 1199 was different.
Look closely, Kissy Missy is there.
They would have killed him had the research team not intervened, and even then there was still significant damage to the internal structures with some of the anatomy, namely the larynx and the thyroid, having been completely devoured. It took 12 hours in surgery to stabilize 1199. We keep him separated from the others now.
We see that the other experiments did not love Braun. I want to share my theory about that scientist. I'm sure you'll agree with me. When I watched the clip of Sleepwell, I immediately noticed something. A shadow next to Hoppy Hopscotch. Can you guess who she is? They look identical. This means she might have become a part of Bigger Body's initiative and turned into Hoppy Hopscotch. Marie Payne, one of the kids who became a part of Bigger Body's initiative. Before becoming Mommy Longlegs, she suffered from the poppy gas. Claire Harper, who was responsible for taking care of the children in Playcare, sees her as her daughter. Marie describes she saw a colorless monster.
All right, Miss Harper, please explain the situation. Spare no detail.
Well, like any night, all the children were getting to sleep. It was peaceful, quiet. Catnap had the red smoke in the room. Then suddenly, there was this scream. Nightmares happen, I know, but this, dilated pupils and quivering lips. The way her eyes darted around the room, and I swear, her hand in mine, it felt like her blood was boiling beneath her skin. She saw something too, something horrible. I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
Miss Harper, we'll provide the very best care we can offer. You have my word. But this is important. Did Marie happen to describe what she saw?
Yes, a monster, she said that it was colorless. Gosh, I could feel the poor little heart pounding. For her, it was right there. And her movements, they were so wild. Arms flailing, legs kicking. I wanted to talk to her, see how she's doing. I really need to hear her voice right now.
That would not be advised, Miss Harper. There are many concerns we must address at this time. But vitals show normal, and we'll continue to monitor. She'll be okay.
No! Well, pardon me if I'm not comforted by that. Just bring my little girl back to me.
The things are complicated here. Dewey is made of 3 children. First of them is Jack Ayers. Jack was a normal, happy child. He got Christmas presents from his mom, Dewey toy and a ticket for Playtime Factory. Jack, Mom and Dad went to Playtime Factory, but suddenly Jack fell into a dough machine. I don't know how the parents were okay because they lost their child.
This one! I don't open this one! I knew it! This is the one I wanted!
There's a card too, dear. Open the card.
We're going to the Playtime Factory?
That's right, honey.
Yes!
Jack, don't wander off. Stay right here with them. He's not listening to a thing I say, is he?
Not even a little bit.
The second child in Dewey is Kevin Barnes. He was a child from Playcare. Kevin was an aggressive child towards everyone. The scientists thought he was perfect to be the second child in Dewey.
Subject is stable. Designated 1322. Clear neural abnormalities were detected in his recent checkup. Though highly irregular, we've pulled him from the home sweet home just before lights out to perform...
What is he doing with my friend?
What are you doing out of bed? How did you get in here?
Is Kevin sick? Why did you take him away?
Yes. Kevin is very sick. Very, very sick. But we want to make him better. But he can only get better if we take him to where we can provide proper care and give him proper rest.
Well, do you really think he will be okay?
I should think so. We're good at what we do, son. We paid attention in school, learned, and got our proper rest when we needed it. Just like you need it now, I should think. Come now, let's get you on back to bed.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, Joseph. And I promise you, your friend will be all right. When you see him again, he'll have never been better.
After a brief interruption, we've successfully extracted subject 1322, specifically 1322B from the Home Sweet Home. Before said interruption, I attempted to detail the subject's condition and overview the suitability of one Kevin Barnes in relation to Project Dowie. The neural abnormalities noted in Dr. Newman's report are detailed in connection to behavioral issues demonstrated within play care. Trouble getting along with others, aggressive and often confrontational social tendencies, and an otherwise combative nature clearly relay that Kevin is, put simply, a problem child. What friends he does have, he's reported to have attacked in moments of intense play. These tendencies raise concerns. The subject excels in all physical tests. Reflexes, reaction time, and mental fortitude all tested well above average in game station examinations. So, in spite of said concerns, in Dr. Sawyer's eyes, Kevin is ideal for the project. However, if his use in this particular experiment is to move forward, we need to ensure we're not creating a time bomb just as we've begun stabilizing the entire project. If we're to create an experiment that can fulfill multiple assigned roles, we can't allow any single consciousness to throw the others off. Even a simple misregulation of emotions means we have 900 pounds of dough that can shift however it pleases and can turn on even those it trusts, simply because it was overwhelmed by a stray feeling. Regardless, Sawyer's word is law, and subjects 1322A and C are to be gathered for processing first thing tomorrow morning. Thus, all we can do is plan our safeguards accordingly. Yes, that's all we can do.
The third, last child in Dowie is Matthew Hellard. Matthew was a normal, kind orphan child from Playcare. There is no much to talk about him. For all intent and purposes, Matthew Hellard is a dream child. He's thoughtful, kind, considerate, understanding. And while maybe not as intelligent as some of the other children averaging only B to C level work in school, nor as physically gifted, he more than makes up for it in his charm and charisma. There's nobody down here who isn't fond of the boy. It's just a shame that he came to us already a boy of 15, well into his puberty. Most parents look for a child a lot younger. He understands. Though he rarely speaks on it, I know Matthew suffers from deep insecurities. I've read the reports on the accident that put him here. He blames himself for the family he couldn't save. I believe he's on the road to healing. But the way is long, and nobody mourns the same. He's become something of a leader. To the younger children, though, Evan reading them books late into the afternoon, we allow it. Sorry. The Adventures of the Word Wizard is his favorite. They listen to him when he breaks up fights in the playhouse and hang on almost every word he says, and seeing him eke this, assuming this role, I think it's what he needs. Should he age out, I might even request bringing him onto staff. Signature Claire Harper. He is a good candidate for 1322C. should his personality mesh with the other two. But please, be gentle if you pick him, he's a fine young man. The future we're tiding for would be a waste if we sacrifice too many like him, Stella. So there are 3 children in Dewey. This means Dewey has 3 personalities. Jack is the sadness, Kevin is the anger, and Matthew is the kindness. When Dewey is ready, the scientists send message to Jack's parents to see him. The scientists let the parents in and lock the door. When they come, Kevin takes the control of Dewey and kills Jack's parents.
Sir, ma'am, I ask that you remain calm whenever you interact with the patient. He's only been awake a few days now. In many respects, he's still adjusting.
Is that him? Is that my boy?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Oh, George! That's our boy! Jackie!
Why does he look like that? What did you do to him?
Stop it, George. Just stop. That's our son in there. Our son!
Dear, look at him. That's not even human.
Let's just talk to him. You'll see. Let's just go in there and talk to him. Can we? Can we talk to him?
Yes, ma'am, you certainly can. Go on in, whenever you're ready.
Jack, I want you to know, I'm so sorry. I've never forgiven myself for what happened. I've played it all back a million times in my head, and I know there had to be something I could have done. I could have reached just a little further. I could have noticed a little sooner. I could have... But we have you back now. That's what's important. We can...
Who are you?
Jack? Honey, it's me. It's Mommy.
Mommy?
Yes. Yes! It's Mommy and Daddy. You remember, don't you?
Leave me alone.
Hey, you'll be okay, I promise. Mommy's only here to talk.
No, I don't want to talk. Get out!
Susan, I think we should leave.
Jackie, I'm staying right here. I'm not leaving you. Not ever again. Do you hear me?
The gentle voices lie. I know what they do. They lie, and they poke, and they hurt. Susan, get away from me!
Jack? Mommy won't lie to you, Jackie. Mommy won't hurt you. I'd never hurt you.
Hey! Open this door! Oh, God. Susan! Please! Open the door!
Before Holly Sawyer, let's see other things. Two couple named Mr. and Mrs. Hartman comes to Playtime Co. to adopt a child named Jeremy. Stella helps them. Suddenly, Stella realizes that Jeremy is used for Bigger Bodies initiative.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Hartman. Come on in. Please, have a seat. How was your ride down?
It was, nothing like we were expecting. Mr. Ludwig's speech was, well, it just confirms for us that you're the orphanage we want to go through.
It's a truly magical place. I felt right at home from the second I entered. You opened that door the first time and you just know. you're never going to leave. Kind of like finding a home as a child and always thinking of it when you want to feel comforted. I understand you want to give Jeremy that home?
Yes, and we would like to adopt.
Amazing. You'll be perfect for... Oh.
What?
Well, it appears there's been some complications.
Complications? What kind of complications?
I don't know. The form says testing.
What does that mean? Tell us, what does that mean?
Miss Graber, we deserve a better explanation than that. Don't you think?
You're in charge of all this. How could you not know?
And why are we only finding out about this now?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Now let's watch a VHS tape about Leet Pierre and Stella Graber speaking about Stella's knowledge about the experiments.
So, Ms. Graber, have you considered what we talked about?
Yes, Mr. Pierre. I won't lie. I was at a loss for words at first. The information hit me pretty hard. I felt so badly. I still do. For the ones that go through the, testing.
You really care about them?
Yes. It hurts to see them hurt. I don't think there's any way around that feeling. But I did some soul searching and got to thinking about the bigger picture, about what your researchers wrote.
And?
Well, the work itself, what you've all been able to do, I mean, it's nothing short of a miracle. I know you have more goals to hit, but even as is, just, wow. Do they know when it'll be fully ready?
We're still working out the timeline.
I see.
You know, the project lead, Dr. Sawyer, wasn't sure about giving you that information in the first place. He thinks your affection towards those kids could be a liability. What do you think about that?
I took this job because I wanted to help change kids' lives for the better. Of course, these procedures are far from ideal. I cried like a baby when I read them. But I started looking past the here and now. Started looking down the road a bit. And that's when it clicked. What your researchers can do down here will someday help a lot of people out there. Including so many kids. That's a bigger and better change than I could ever have hoped to make. That's a change I want to help make.
I knew you'd understand.
There is a kid named Samuel Lee who was sent to be experimented on while the other kids were saying goodbye to him.
Ah, and here they all are.
Well, of course. They'd never miss this. Listen, Mrs. Brooks, we're going away. Tell us. This week, Dr. White here has selected our very own Samuel Lee. Now, before he goes, let's all give Sam one last goodbye, shall we? With me. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, Sam!
Now let's get back to the prototype. One time he attempted to escape through an open door. An employee comes to lock the door without knowing an employee was inside. The prototype kills the employee right away.
Log code 08502. In relation, experiment 1006. The prototype. A close call occurred this week in which he nearly breached containment. The prototype seemingly disassembled the digital alarm clock within his room and utilized the battery, along with several other components, to create a laser pointer, which he then fired into the security camera, disabling it. These actions allowed him 28.3 seconds completely unmonitored. Once function returned to the camera, the room appeared to be empty. One surveillance specialist went in to confirm his absence. However, upon opening the door, she realized that the prototype had hidden in one of the camera's blind spots. The prototype attempted to escape through the open door. However, another surveillance specialist was able to remotely relock the door, despite the other specialists still being inside. One casualty occurred. The prototype seems to possess an unprecedented level of intelligence, beyond that of all other test subjects, as well as an alarming willingness to commit violence. Further suppression treatments will need to be enacted to ensure that no other experiments develop these qualities. Experiment 1170, Huggy Wuggy, remains the optimal outcome due to his sufficient intelligence paired with maximum obedience. End of log.
An employee named Marcus is telling Leek that he saw a 50 feet long bloody monster. He means PJ Puckapillar.
Mind if I film this?
Oh, not at all, sir.
That's what I like to hear. So, Marcus, what happened?
You see, I was heading home for the day when my apars realised that I left me bloody wallet in the cafeteria. So I'm running through the lobby, and that's when I see it. A mop handle lodged under the innovation wing gate.
So what'd you do, Marcus?
Well, I just thought I'd nab the bloody yoke and be on me merry way.
And?
Well, I'm reaching for the thing, and the mop handle jolts on its own. Had me scared stiff. I thought I was the only one there. So I took a peek beneath the gate, and some massive bloody thing was doddering about the bloody hallway.
Thing? You're sure it wasn't a person?
Ain't no person that's 50 feet long with 1,000 legs.
Marcus, you're losing me. Maybe you just saw a bunch of people walking by.
Look, it wasn't people, all right? I haven't a bloody notion what it was, but it wasn't human.
Who have you told about this? Besides me, obviously.
Just you, sir. Obviously.
Okay. I'll have security skim the cameras and take a look.
What? There's a massive bloody monster! Skimming ain't gonna get rid of it!
You're out of line, Marcus. We make toys, not monsters. Now come on, get out of my sight. Actually, grab me a coffee, will you? Actually, never mind. Get out of my sight.
Something horrible happens on March 30th, 1991. An employee named Rowan Stoll tries to convince Leek that he saw a monster. He tried this so many times. At the end, unfortunately, Boxy Boo eats him alive.
If I could just get... Oh, I'm on. Hello, Mr. Pierre. Look, I know you don't want to hear any more about this. I get it. Sounds like a bad joke, Huggy Wuggy staring at children. But... Look, I'm filming this so I can hopefully prove what I saw. Look, if some creep is hiding nanny cams in our mascot's eyeballs, then it's something that needs to be taken seriously. You know, something dangerous is going on, and I'm sure it wasn't on purpose. I'm sure it was just some big mistake, but I saw what I saw, and I'm positive about that. And I know if you could see it too, I think you'll understand. Mr. Pierre, I just want to apologise. I was wrong. Nothing weird is going on here at all. See, I talked to the maintenance guy, and he admitted that he'd not done his due diligence maintaining Huggy, so his eyes probably just, popped out of place. That must be what I saw. So, I'm done. I'm not looking into it anymore. And I mean, not that there was anything to look into in the first place. But that's in the past. You won't be hearing anything else from me. So, sorry. I'm scared, and I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna die. I had to pretend I'd seen nothing so the company would leave me alone. They took away my pension. They've been writing me up left and right. 4 days ago, somebody tampered with my car. One of the tires flew off on the interstate. I nearly died. For whoever's watching this, my name is Rowan Stoll. I work for Playtime Co. It's a massive toy company. They made Huggy Wuggy. They've been using all the money they've made to experiment on people. I have proof of it all. Next week, I've scheduled the company's, the servers, the security to be shut down for 60 minutes of maintenance. While security's out, I'm going to release everything and run. I think they're going to kill me first. They have something that eats people alive. I don't want to die. I thought Mr. Pierre was just confused, but he's someone else entirely. I could have saved lives. I had access to everything. It's like they knew I would never question them. That's probably why they hired me in the first place. I'm an idiot. Listen, if I die, I've hidden everything I found on this tape. If you find this, take it to the police. Do not let them get away with this. Goodbye.
For the first time we hear the prototype, he is talking to Leaf. Thanks to this VHS, we get to know the prototype can change his voice.
Log code 24459. In relation, experiment 1006. The prototype. Stubborn as he is, and always silent with each passing session, I'm still uncovering fresh data nonetheless. Today's discovery. End of log.
Ready to talk now, are you? I possess
a question.
Go ahead.
Do you feel anything?
This question referred to what exactly?
You stick us,
Beat us.
tear at flesh.
Do you feel it? There's a secret inside you, 1006. Valuable beyond all measure. I cut and prod and burn at it. And I get closer with each session. So speak. Or don't. Fight. Or give in. Regardless, I learn something new about you every day. It excites me. Thank you. You thank me? Absolutely. I learn something new about you every day.
On June 18, 1992, Huggy Wuggy escaped the factory. Several employees were sent to find him, but 5 of them died and 6 of them went missing.
We've got eyes on 1170. He's heading south along the utility vehicle route. What exactly do we do here?
Okay, give us a sec. We're gonna try to cut him off at the crossing up ahead. Keep him from getting onto public roads. Keep tailing him for now, and keep us updated. Okay, we see him. Brace yourselves, everyone.
Sorry guys, I forgot to mention that Elliot Ludwig already died a few years ago. In 1993, there occurred an incident, the theater incident. Aftermath of the theater incident, more than 60 people died. Leith Pierre, Stella Graber, and Eddie Ritterman were investigating the reason.
Got another one over here.
Hard to imagine how the company will duck all this under the rug.
Not our problem.
3 here.
How many is that now?
58. So far.
Another one over here.
59.
Where's that investigator? Campbell... Lockhart? Whatever his name is.
Poking around somewhere? Don't know. You ask me? The culprit's obvious. Just needs to be spelled out plain and clear for the bigwigs.
You think?
Yeah. Rotten eggs come from rotten chickens, you know? Can't get more rotten a chicken than him.
I don't know. Just seems too careless that a guy so smart wouldn't cover his ass. I mean, if the investigator finds evidence of this, it's his fault.
Hope Boxy's still hungry.
Got another.
60.
Right. And are we just stopping the experiments back where they came from? Acting like all this didn't happen. All over the ice? Because I guarantee it won't be so easy to toss a new coat of paint over 60 visitors dead. Or the dozen reconstruction specialists who went swimming in the bellies of those things.
I'm sure that's taken care of already. But I hear there's plans. Something big. Somewhere to put them. With any luck, that means stuff like this, and people like him, will be a thing of the past.
There's more over here.
Leith, Stella, and Edith find out who was the responsible. Holly Sawyer, they get angry with him. Edith suggests killing him, but they still need him. So there is only one option. Leith suggests using him in experiments. Leith tells a doctor named Dr. White to turn him into a bigger body. Holly does not have a physical form anymore. His organs are stored and kept alive within vital system centers scattered around the factory.
This recklessness has to stop. The doctor has no regard for the safety of this facility or its staff.
Or the children in play care. I've tried to set boundaries with him. He doesn't listen to me.
He doesn't listen to any of us. Not really. Not anymore. And he's behind schedule. Playtime may have turned a corner financially, but that doesn't change the fact that his Bigger Bodies initiative is still a money hole.
The guy's gotta go, Leith.
And how do you suggest we do that?
This wouldn't be the first time we made someone disappear.
We can't kill him, Eddie.
Why not?
Because like it or not, we need him.
Eddie's right, though. Sawyer can't keep leading this project.
So we just ask him to step down? Take a demotion?
No, but...
I'm not disagreeing. Huggy Loose in the Woods, that business with Catnap, the whole Stoll thing.
And half a dozen other incidents.
Right. And all of that pales in comparison to the theater incident.
I don't even want to talk about that.
So, we can't kill the son of a bitch, but we need to knock him out of the equation. What do we do?
There is one thing I can think of.
It looks like he's waking up.
Where am I? What is this? Oh no. They didn't. Those backstabbing traitors.
Dr. Sawyer, can you hear me?
White? White, is that you? Who else is in there with you? You enjoy watching me rise like one of them? My head feels like it's splitting in two. This is wrong. You must have done something wrong.
Some disorientation is to be expected.
Who gave you the order? You spineless cowards. After all I've done for this project, for this company.
I gave the order, Sawyer.
Peer. Of course it'd be you. You have no idea what kind of mistake you just made.
Really? From where I'm sitting, you're the one who keeps making mistakes that need fixing. We gave you so many opportunities to clean up your own messes, but you just couldn't do it, could you?
What? You think you can do better? Nobody else can do what I do. You need my knowledge, my intellect.
Why do you think you're sitting in there right now and not in Boxy's stomach? Let me tell you how this is gonna go, Sawyer. From now on, you're here to give the lab boys answers when they need them, and carry out procedures when and how we tell you to. That's it. You'll be an open book to us whenever we want. So fight, or give in, or whatever, because either way, we own the infrastructure you're wired into.
You'll die for this, Leaf. When I get my hands on you, you're a dead man!
His temper is a bad look for you, Harley.
After Holly becoming a part of Bigger Body, they still continued to experiment. They got everything they wanted: money, employees to work for them who are not real humans. The creator of Bigger Bodies is now himself a part of it. Nothing lasts forever. At the end, they got what they deserved. On August 8, 1995 at 11 a.m., the most important event in Poppy Playtime history happened. With the prototype's command, all the experiments turned against the employees and outlived them. Only a few employees, who were not at Playtime Co. that day, survived. About 20 minutes before that incident, Kissy was being transferred to the Playcare. During the hour of joy, Warden, who is in the charge of the prison, manages to escape into the prison into his office. Warden was in shock how the toys killed everyone in the factory. The doctor, Holly Sawyer, tells him he will help him escape the factory if he gives him the Omni Hand. Omni Hand is a graphic hand which lets you control everything in the factory. The warden accepts, but the doctor doesn't do what he promised, so the warden dies.
Oh God! No! 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 Warden. Doctor! Doctor! What's going on? What's happening? It's...
Yes, I can hear it. They've staged quite the rebellion. Remarkable. 1006.
How could this happen? There's fail-safes, security measures. It's impossible.
Personal agendas have long been the downfall of this company. Is it unreasonable to believe they were conspirators? Playtime is filled with vipers and backstabbers.
But without executive access, how could anyone even get through? Lathe, Stella, Eddie, only the four of us have that kind of clearance.
Does any of that matter now? It's your life we have to protect. You have executive access.
For all the good it does me, opening a door at a time won't get me to the exit. Not with those things everywhere. You didn't see what I saw. You didn't see the trail of limbs down the hall. Didn't hear the things eating. The wet crunches of bones. God,
There is something you can do, Warden. I can help you.
How? You're stuck in there. You can't...
My body's here. Sure. But my mind...
What?
The Omni Hand. If you give it to me, I can get you anywhere. I'll have control over everything. I can shut some doors, open others. I can make you a pathway that leads right to the exit.
I don't know.
If you want to wait to get torn to pieces, that's your prerogative. But we'll get you immediate options, Warden. What choice other than this gets you out of here alive?
I'm giving you the tool. Just get me out of here. Please.
Of course. You've made a smart decision, Warden. I promise I'll get you out of here safe and sound.
After the hour of joy, the prototype goes to talk with the doctor. The prototype tells the doctor that he spared his life, did not let the toys kill him during the hour of joy because he is useful. If he does something bad against the prototype, he will be dead immediately.
Your suggestions?
To produce the results I'm after. Have I made an error in allowing your survival? Of course not. We just need more time to perfect the time. Time is precisely what we do not have. Then I suggest you find some more. That will give me labs access. At least with the two of us.
That is out of the question.
You will still want. Fine. But you have no staff, virtually no test subjects. It's hardly ideal conditions. Even when this place was fully operational, we were beating our heads against this. You can't expect to do it on your own so quickly. The situation necessitates it be done quickly. I'm just giving you the facts. And the fact is, we need more time, or this isn't going to work. I can only be reactive up here. Then of what use are you? You know I'm still your best shot at cracking that secret. If I weren't,
you would have already killed me. A sound observation. Yes, you have made yourself useful. Provide me more options. I will try again. Of course.
But
If you are stalling, or worse, remember,
your usefulness
is the only reason you were not stripped for meat and spare parts.
With that, the backstory ends. Now starts the story of Chapter 1 for gameplay. Chapter 1 starts with receiving a message and VHS tape. It says everyone thinks the staff disappeared 10 years ago. We are still here. Find the flower. You can see there are two mistakes in the text. It should be disappeared, not disappeared, and we're not work. We enter the factory and solve puzzles. We get a blue hand grab pad. This hand lets us open the doors, grab things. We open a door with blue hand and see Huggy Wuggy in front of us. He doesn't do anything, but if we look closely, we'll see his fur is moving. The electrics goes off, so we turn it back and don't see him where he was. He's gone. Later we see Huggy's arm. We go that way. We solve the puzzle and see he is staring at us for some period. After solving the puzzle, we get our red hand grab pad. We continue our road with our new two hands. After solving a puzzle, we open a door. Huggy immediately appears there. We escape him and hide in the vents, but that does not work. Huggy chases us in the vents. Finally, we get out, and with the help of a box, we make Huggy fall to the lower floors. Then we see the flower we were looking for. We enter the area, go down the stairs, and enter the room where Poppy is locked. We release her and the chapter ends.
You opened my case.
After starting the chapter, we realize Poppy is gone. We get a key for Elliot Ludwig's room, then see Poppy there. We solve a puzzle and head to the game station. Poppy tells us to trust her and suddenly gets kidnapped by Mommy Longlegs. We go to the way where she went. Then we encounter Mommy. She pulls off our red hand. She yaps and lets us go to the game station.
Listen, I'm going to need you to trust me.
Isn't this exciting, Poppy? Very exciting, Mommy. Mommy heard that Miss Poppy was going to just give you the train code to escape. Now, how is that fun? Instead, why don't we make a game out of it? The game station is still working. It will be just like old times. And if you win all 3 games, I'll give you the train code. Mommy loves that idea, Poppy. Oh, you're going to have so much fun. Head to musical memory, and Mommy will get things started. Obey the rules, or I'll tear you apart and eat your insides while you're still alive.
We go to the first game, musical memory. We get a green hand grab pack. It has a feature, can stock electricity in it. Do you remember how Theodore died? The game starts. Bunzo Bunny is coming towards to us from above. We complete the game and leave musical memory. After some puzzles, we go to Wacka Wuggy. We complete the game and Mommy gives us a part of train code. She gave us when we completed musical memory too. Later on, we see Kissy Missy. She opens the door for us and then goes. Now we enter the statues game. We complete the puzzle while PJ Pugapillar chases us. This time, Mommy doesn't give us a part of the train code. She is too angry. We solve puzzles and while crawling in the vents we fall down. Then Mommy finds us and we play hide and seek.
I asked you to play fair and you cheated! I hate cheaters! Now we're going to play one last game! It's called Hide and Seek! 10, 9, 7, 6, 5.
At the end of long chases, she gets stuck in a grinder and dies. Mommy's last words is, "You made me part of him. You can't do this to me." The prototype comes and grabs her remaining parts to add it in himself. We release Poppy and then start the train with Code. We were going to leave Playtime Co, but suddenly Poppy changes the route by telling us we can't leave. With the increasing acceleration, our train crushed near the Playcare.
Did you kill her? Good. I'll board the train. We need to leave.
Perfect to lose. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave. I've never met anyone like you. Do you know how long I've been stuck in that case? Well, too long. I had so much time to think and reflect. Time to figure out exactly what I would do when free. We'll set things right. Terrible things have happened, but I know that whatever I need you to do, you're capable. We will. What if...
We open our eyes and see Catnap has found us and then throws us in a trash area. We escape and hear a ringing phone, answer it, and an unknown kid talks to us. Then we leave that area and see our crash train. Then the kid tells us his name is Ollie. We enter a cable car and enter the playcare.
What's the time?
Playtime! S-M-I-L-E every day! When you are down and out, no need to frown and pout. Smiley players here to say S-M-I-L-E every day!
The wind's really scary. I can't sleep.
Hey, we'll be okay, guys. I promise. All winds blow away. Eventually. Catnap! Please, help us go to sleep, Catnap!
We need it, Catnap!
Please help us!
Sleep, sleep, sleep!
Hello, my name is Elliot Ludwig. When you look around at the world today, what one thing do you think it needs more of? I asked around once. Money, I never have enough. Understanding, I can never get any. Faith, the common man has lost it. Each answer was different, and I could perhaps see some little truth in each. But I think each was also missing something. Something simple. You see, not one of them could muster a smile. A smile is hope. A smile is love. A smile is understanding. And there is nothing more gratifying to my soul than being the reason for a child's smile. To be the spark that ignites all their hopes and dreams. For it is only through hopes and dreams that we may create a better world. One where our children need not be afraid. One where they are protected. After all, this company and its toys are nothing without them. These children deserve to smile, they deserve to love, and they deserve a safe home. That is why it is with enormous pleasure that as the founder of Playtime Co., I announce Playcare, our very own on-site orphanage. But it's not only that. It's a school, a playhouse, a place to belong. Our very own ecosystem beneath the surface, dedicated in every inch and detail to ensuring a child's smile. Its teachers and counselors, mothers and fathers, until such a time they have all of that in you. May Playcare bring joy, inspiration, and smiles to all who enter these doors. For what gives life its meaning if not a smile?
The game is long, so let's talk about important things. There are 5 locations: Home Sweet Home School, Playhouse, Counselor's Office, and Gas Production Zone. We get Grab Pack to .0 and to New Hands. purple hand which lets us jump in specific areas and a shooting hand which shoots and reloads over time. In Home Sweet Home, we accidentally breath Poppy gas and hallucinate. We see Nightmare Huggy Wuggy, then we wake up and continue. We see Kissy Missy again. She looks at her photos when she was a kid. Then we leave that area and suddenly Kissy catches us. Then Poppy appears and convinces her. Poppy tells us she did not let us go because the prototype was waiting for us in the exit and more.
No! Let go! They didn't do anything wrong. We're actually here to help. This place makes her tense. I'm glad that Ollie could help you get this far. He's the reason we found you at all. Looks like the train crash hurt us both. You've been through so much. You deserve an explanation. Come on. Hey, you'll be okay. We'll be okay. Listen, I'm not your enemy, but I can't just let you leave. What's happening down here is bigger than all of us, and I need you, so we can get revenge on those monsters who've tortured you, who've tortured us. They didn't act alone. They're disciples of the original, the prototype. Do the honors? The prototype knows we're coming by now. You try to escape, he'll kill you before you ever reach that front door. He's the reason I was trapped in that god-awful case for so long. You have no idea the things he's done. Let me help you kill him. Let me help you save everyone. We've all seen you, how capable you are. You killed Huggy. You killed Mommy. You freed me. You are perfect for this. Catnap is coming. He's the final obstacle the prototype has placed against us. We can't stay here. Keep yourself safe. Ollie will call you.
Are perfect. Too perfect to lose. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave.
It has long been the custom of those who call this factory home to use others for personal gain, to stab them in the back. I'm certain it came to Poppy naturally.
Next, we go to school. In the school, Miss Delight meets us. We escape and kill her. She tells us Catnap was hiding the kids from her and he locked her with her sisters in the school. Delight ate her sisters in order to survive. Now we go to Playhouse area.
Where are the kids? Please, where are the children? Are they in the same place as the employees?
No.
Are the children safe?
Yes.
Ah. Can I see them?
No.
And that was it. That's all he'd tell me. Probably because he knew I'd kill them all.
Just a few weeks ago now was the hour of joy. Today, there is only silence in this school. I don't think any of us here know what to do with it. The hallways without the children carry even the smallest sounds as if they were shouts. The other teachers and I startle each other constantly. We'll have to get used to it. Something locked the front door this morning. We haven't been able to open it. I heard a knock at the door today. I heard it breathing. Whatever it was, it wouldn't speak when called out too. I spent hours after it went silent wondering if this was what locked us in here. I've made a weapon of sorts, pencils and rulers and tape and twine. I've taken to calling it Barb. It's crude. But if that door opens, I need to be ready. No food for days. The others argued with me over what was left. They started glaring, judging. They blocked the kitchen doorway with their bodies. I think they've singled me out to die first. The pit in me howls for food. I can't think about anything other than how hungry I am. Hardly have the strength now to pick myself off the floor. Barb speaks to me though. She gives me strength. I've found that if I stand still, completely still, everyone thinks I'm dead. Barb says I need to eat, and that the other teachers would never see me coming. Anything to stop the howling. I'm so sorry. I had to eat. I had to survive. I ate them. I had to. I had to. I had to. I had to. The door opened today, and I heard something enter my hall. Together, Barb and I found Catnap waiting. All this time, all this agony, it was he who locked the door. I know it. I wanted to kill him, but I knew better than to believe I could. He seemed oddly glad to see I was all that remained. We made a deal. We take care of each other now. Report what we see to the other, and to him. I should have put this VHS in Bigger Body's part. Harry Sealeaf is checking Catnap instead of Holly, because Holly himself is now a bigger body.
Okay, this is Catnap, experiment number 1188. What's his real name again? Okay. Hey, Theo. How you doing, bud? Normally I'd have Dr. Sawyer do this, but he's, out, let's say. So you got me until they find his replacement. First off, congrats. This is officially your 4th year in your new body, and you've made some real progress, pal. I was told that when you and the other smiling critters, Dog Day, Picky Piggy, yada yada yada, were added into play care, that you weren't really getting along too well with the kids like everybody else was. But look at you now. The kids love you, and that red smoke. I mean, that's fantastic, isn't it? Is his, voice thingy still broken? Theo, nobody's gonna save you. This prison is where you belong. We'll let you out here and there to go see the kids in play care, but your home is here. And as for the prototype, his home is in the labs. This is your life now. Get used to it.
The playhouse area, we see ruined smiling critters. After some time, we see Doc Day chained up. He is the last member of Smiling Critters who is alive except Catnap. He says Catnap sees the prototype as his god because he once saved him. By the way, Piggy ate 3 of her friends in order to survive. Chicken Chicken, Crafty Cord, and Bubba Bubba. Unfortunately, the ruined ones get inside Doc Day and chase us. We escape and leave Doc Day behind.
You're Pappy's angel. Come to save us. Nothing left to save. Not here. Lord Catnap's home, Angel. Their home. A myriad pairs of eyes are on you now. Watching, waiting, hungry. They want nothing more than to crawl beneath your skin and eat away at you bit by little bit. Fill what feels empty inside themselves. That thing, Catnap. The prototype is his god, and this is what he does to heretics. These little toys
lab to avoid that very fate. And in return, they are fed. We try to fight it. The prototype's control. I am the last of the smiling critters. Listen to me. You need to get out of this place. You need to live. You and Poppy could fix this. End this madness. The torment. Oh no. Oh no. Leave me. Please. Just go. Run!
Now we go to Counselor's office. We do our tasks, suddenly Catnap appears and jump scares us. He gets our mask, so we end up hallucinating.
Do you have any idea what you're doing? Do you know what's happened here? Do you know who we once were? Do you see why we have to end this? Do you even know what's real? No, you don't.
We don't leave Playcare and continue. Finally get the big battery and enter the gas production zone, then put the battery and Catnap appears. We escape him with the help of an elevator. Then we have a boss fight with Catnap. We defeat him by shooting our green hand, which has a huge amount of electricity. Catnap burns with screams, then the prototype appears. Catnap stands in front of his hand and suddenly the prototype stabs his mouth with his claws. He drags him above, so Catnap dies. Now we go to Poppy. She shows us the Hour of Joy's VHS tape. Then Kissy comes. We and Poppy decide to go to the prison with an elevator while Kissy turns on the lever above. Suddenly we hear Kissy scream and the chapter ends.
Good, you're here. And you've done it again. The impossible. Just like I knew you would. Catnap's gone. The red smoke is diverted. Everything is falling into place, thanks to you. But if we're to keep going, then you deserve to have the truth. You came back because of your co-workers. You want to know what happened. And why? This is your answer. We called it the Hour of Joy. It went on so long. So agonizingly long. They tried to hide, to run, anything to stay alive. I remember their cries. What's going on? Why is this happening? What are those things? Senseless slaughter, that's all it really was. They killed everyone. The guilty, the innocent, didn't matter. All that death didn't fix anything. And then, once it was all over, they dragged those corpses down below where they'd never be found. And they ate the bodies to stay alive. Prototype has to die for this, for everything. Soon as we reach the bottom, we'll send the lift back up. Just hold tight, okay? After you! Alright, once we hit the ground, we need to be cautious. There's something... What's she doing? This is... No! We're coming! Just hold on! Come on, go faster! Easy!
The elevator goes down. Poppy tells us to continue and don't wait for her. There are allies in this area. We continue while Poppy goes back to help Kissy.
No! Hold on, Kissy! I'm coming! Listen, go on ahead. Don't wait for me. I won't leave Kissy behind, and I won't sacrifice our plan. Not because of me. Just be careful down here. It's not like anything you've seen above. It's not trying to hide what it is. It's hell. And Playtime wanted it to be. But we have allies down here. Get to them.
When we arrive at the prison, the door immediately locks, so we get into from another way. In this area, we find 5 documents which tell us the story of Riley. Riley became a victim of Bigger Bodies Initiative, being the last experiment of Bigger Bodies Initiative, Experiment 1424. When Riley was 12, her parents were killed in a fire accident. After that, she was sent to play care. There she tried to get along with other children and she kept a journal. She hoped to be chosen for what she presumed was adoption. In early 1995, she was chosen, but to her surprise, she woke up days later in a body that was not her own, remembering flashes of being cut open and having her organs removed. After that, she was locked up in a prison cell, in which she spent several months alone. During the era of joy, Riley remained inside her room, listening to what was going on. She went outside after the noise died down, only to discover the toy graveyard, which caused her to panic and return to her cell. Sometime later, she tried to get help from the crane's operator, who was dead. Riley soon realized that she was in a prison alongside many other people who had also been turned into toys. Refusing to eat the bodies of the dead employees to survive, Riley resigned herself to starvation. As her last act, she took the key from the body of the conductor at the prison's train station. She hid it in her stomach, wanting to prevent the train from ever bringing anyone else to the prison. After we get these documents, Ali phones us after a long time.
Hey, it's me again, Ollie. I wanted to talk to you. Before you go inside, I mean. Everything you've seen out here, the piles, the dead, they all came from inside. Believe me, everything Poppy said about this place is true. It's hell. But she also hasn't seen it like I have. It's worse now. Worse than ever. Just try to stay safe. Please. Don't let your guard down for even a second. I'll try to help you when I can.
We get the key of the prison from Riley's body. We get inside the train and then the doctor talks to us. He has been watching us since Chapter 1.
Now what's this? Do I feel something squirming its way beneath my skin? An invasive foreign little germ. After all this time? Ah, but I see. You. Well, little germ, let's make a game of you. You've blundered along the shadows above, and only managed to squirm all the way down here by the barest skin of your teeth. There are no shadows here that will be of use to you. Not even the ground beneath your feet is yours. There are no places you can hide. Not from me.
We get into the prison. We get our old red grab pack hand and then encounter the doctor's pet Yarnaby.
You know, I never thought I'd see another like you. A human. Certainly not an employee like you. But something makes you different. I can tell that much. Though, I can't say what exactly that something is. Not yet. The others you faced, 1170, 1188, 1222. Been there, done that. Let's try our hand at something a little different. Oh, Yarnaby. Please, do keep making this enjoyable for me. I'll be taking notes.
Dewey is helping us. He has been opening the doors for us. While on our way we fall down. Pianosaurus sees us but gets killed immediately by Dewey.
hit the spot. I haven't eaten in weeks. Hiya there, pal. Don't worry, I won't eat you. I'm Doughy. I was told to expect you. This way! Follow me!
While on our way, we get caught by Kissy. She is alive, but not in a good condition. At that time, we see the prototype's legs for the first time. We, Kissy, and Poppy all together go to Doughy's area called Safe Haven, where Doughy and other little toys are kept safe from the prototype.
I say so, we go. Go!
What's going on? What's... Kissy! Goodness! What happened?
We need to get her help! Now!
Poppy? Is that really... Right. Take her to one of the beds. I'll check the defenses. See if something's still outside.
Not just something. It's him! He's out there!
You brought him down? We'll talk about this later. For now, I'll make sure out there is where he stays.
Locking down Safe Haven. Reactivating the defenses.
Poppy tells us her plan.
Get some rest, okay? I didn't know it had gotten this bad. I need to make this right. What I said on the elevator, it's true. The orphans weren't killed during the Hour of Joy. They were taken. They're below, in the labs. The prototype's home. They are alive, but sleeping. They're with him. And he knows we're here. So, if we're going to free them and stop the prototype, we need to plan for both at the same time. The red smoke he redirected from Playcare? It's an accelerant. All it needs is high pressure and a little spark, and it ignites. The plan is this. We'll fill the foundation with smoke and line it with old mining charges. Then once you, me, and Kissy have freed the orphans, our friends here will blow this place sky high. That's our revenge. For now, go to Doughy. See what he needs. I'll be here.
Now our goal is to rescue the kids from the labs and then escape this place before blowing up Playtime Co. We go to Doughy's and he tells us his plan. We need to defeat the Doctor in order to get Omni Grappack Hand.
What's Poppy doing here?
Hiya, pal! got something I want to talk to you about. In here. I heard what you did above. What you survived. If it's all true, then we need your help. The voice out there, the one in the prison, they called him the Doctor. Dr. Harley Sawyer. He was the scientist in charge of creating us. We don't know what he is, how he's still alive, but he works with the prototype. Hunting us, starving us, making us sick, and... He controls it all with an Omni-Hand, we think. The executives used them. It's a battery, a key, the master control to anything in the entire factory. And with it, he commands everything down here. Everything but this. Runs completely on its own grid, away from the prison. For a time, it kept us safe. But now... I need you to stop the Doctor. To take his Omni-Hand. We'll need it for the generator. And if you want red smoke in the Foundation, you'll need it too. The toys out there in Safe Haven, they're my family. I understand what Poppy wants, what she believes is right. Destroy the factory, destroy him. But I ask you to consider, if we throw everything away, everyone, just to kill the prototype, how much do we waste? I know the others might believe it's right, that we should bury everything, but let's just think about it. Head for the infirmary whenever you're ready to leave. There's sewer access inside. That's your safest path to the no man's land. And to him. But if you need to catch your breath, our safe haven is also yours.
After some chases with Yarnaby, we kill him. While on our way, we see a VHS tape about Ollie and Poppy talking to each other.
more that you're not telling me.
There's not.
I know what you're doing, Poppy. Talking like that. Don't think for a second that I believe it. Just tell me what you're feeling. Please, just talk to me honestly.
Talk? Talk? You want me to talk?
Yes,
And who talking to, huh? Will talking to you make them stop?
No,
I'm scared, Ollie. Is that what you want to hear? I'm scared, and I'm angry, and I really don't know what to do. The bad men don't say what they want. They don't listen. They don't care how much anything hurts. It's been weeks and weeks of taking things out and putting them back in, and taking things out and putting them back in. Over and over and over. Nothing's ever gotten better, and it'll never get better. But you know what scares me more than anything, Ollie? It scares me that every time they do it, every time they peel me open, I feel it less. Less. I hate them. And I hate him. And I hate... I'm nothing now, Ollie. No one. I'm a thing. And nothing they can do to me hurts more than that.
You're not nothing to me. You're Poppy. And talking with you like this, I know it doesn't make any of what they do right. It can't. But it makes me feel like a piece of me is still here. No matter how small they try to make it. Next to all that, next to whatever they do, it means everything. I'm here, Poppy. For you, I'll always be here.
After destroying the doctor's organs, we go to kill him once and for all by destroying his brain. We face with monitors which are controlled by the doctor. Finally, we get to his brain and kill the doctor. I think his death should have been different. He is the starter of everything, watching us since Chapter 1 and died like this.
Do you hear it? I do. Off somewhere. Somewhere. Far. Beyond this place. Beyond any place. A bell. For whom does it toll, you think? A wounded little pup lifts its head beneath the shadow of the master's raised foot. For whom does that bell now toll? Not even the ground beneath your feet.
We get the Omni Grab Pack hand and get back to Safe Haven.
You have it! The Omni Hand! We can do this. You have no idea what this means. It's everything. You've done what none of us ever could. Given us hope. And believe me, down here, that's worth something. Take a minute to catch your breath. I'm sure the others would love to talk with you. Dowie and I will be in the generator room whenever you're ready. you're here. Let's get started. Losing the doctor? It'll have gotten the prototype's attention. He'll be scared. He knows he's losing now, and the orphans are all he has. Now's the time to get to the Foundation. Make everything ready.
Look, we need to talk about this. We shouldn't... Just give it a second.
Ollie? You there? What's...
He's outside!
Ollie?
He's outside!
Who's... Oh no. You need to distract him, Dowie. Please. Keep him away from here.
Without the generator!
I know, but he can't get in here. Not now. Just buy us some time. You'll have to fix the generator. Work quickly. You won't have a lot of time.
But I...
Trust us, Dowie. Trust me.
Just get the generator working. Please.
I'll try to gather the others. Keep them safe. Ollie, if you can hear me, work with our friend here.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You can do this. You did it. Thank you isn't nearly enough. No word from Dowie. Whatever happened out there? No, he's fine. I'm sure of it. We shouldn't wait anyway. Head for the Foundation. Plant the explosives. Meet back here after. We'll go over what comes next.
We see a VHS tape about Hoppy Hopscotch while she was still alive and in safe haven.
I need some help here! Hey, watch the door! Watch the door!
Right here. On the mattress.
There you go, bud. You're okay. Okay! Look at me! I'm a mess!
Poppy? What's going on?
We were trying to bring supplies back up to the elevator, but we got jumped. Had to turn all the way back around. They took everything we had, right after one of them bit my leg!
How is he, Doc?
Not too bad. He'll live.
See?
He'd bite clean. Could get infected otherwise.
So, what do we do now?
For starters, you two stay here tonight. Let things settle down outside. I'll find more food for you to bring up to play care. When you're ready.
Thanks, Dowie. Sorry we lost the supplies. It won't happen again.
The important thing is you're both okay. Aside from that bite, that is. Hey, Doc, let me grab some wound cream for our pal here.
We go to Foundation, place the bombs, and go back. We were going to make the bombs explode later, but unfortunately the prototype ruins our plan and makes them explode sooner than we wanted. Because of this, Safe Haven explodes, causing the death of inhabitants. Kevin from Dowie blames us for what happened while Jack and Matthew stays positive towards us. Kevin wins and Dowie turns against us. The bricks fall on him, making him turn into a monster. Then we have a boss fight with Dowie.
The prototype. I lost track of him in the tunnels. Have you seen him? Was he at the Foundation? Or was he... What? What's going on? I let him away, didn't I? The generator's fine. It's... Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I failed you. I was never what any of you needed. I was only made to hurt things. my fault. Hurt. Everything hurts. Hurt back. Always hurt back. Parents, scientists, everyone have to. My friends. He killed my friends. You. It all started with you. You and her. It was you who ruined everything! No, that's not true. They jump-started the generator. They destroyed everything! I'll kill you!
We kill Dewey. Jack and Matthew said sorry for everything that happened while Kevin is still angry with us. After killing Dewey, we watch a VHS tape about Dewey speaking of leaving the prison but feeling that the other toys need him, making this tape as a reminder.
You and Poppy! It's all your fault! We're to kill you! Kill everyone who hurts me! Can't trust anyone! The gentle voices lie! You lie! I tried to be better, to be who they needed. Not smart enough, not good enough, not... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if this thingy is on, but I need to talk, and I can't talk about this with anyone else. For the past few months, the fighting's been bad. Real bad. I've seen a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't. It's been hard to keep my head straight. The others, they look to me to know what to do, to know where to go. For a long while, we had Poppy to tell us, go here, go there, do this. And it all made sense, too. Poppy was nice. I can't find Poppy anywhere. I don't know what happened or where she went. But it's scary here without her. Maybe she ran, just like I have. I'm here, outside the prison, in front of... I'd almost forgotten it was all here. And seeing this again, it's given me reason to think. I could make for the exit. It's all I'd wanted for the longest time. But there are others inside. Others that aren't like me. They're hungry and scared like I am, but they're not me. They can't go where I can. But they mean a lot to me. A lot more than I thought they did. And having seen what I have, knowing how they see me, how much they need me. I'm going back. I wanted to make this in case I ever doubt or forget that. Just play this and remember. Yeah. Yeah. That's all. See ya.
We find Poppy and Kissy. Poppy tries to call Ollie. He answers and reveals that from the beginning he was the prototype. Ollie had died a long time ago. He mimics his voice to use us. He commands Poppy to return to her case. However, Poppy runs away like a coward and leaves us alone. The bomb under the floor explodes and makes us fall. Kissy tries to hold us, but we still fall down and rip Kissy's arm off.
Ollie! Ollie! Can you hear me? Ollie! You! What did you do? Why did you kill Dowie? Do you even understand what happened? The prototype, Did you even plant the explosives? Ollie! Ollie, answer me! Please. Ollie! Something's gone horribly wrong. The safe haven...
Shelf ventilation block B6. Is this where you are, Poppy?
What?
Stay where you are.
And listen closely. You're not going to run. You're not going to fight. The charade is over.
Who is this?
An obvious question with an obvious answer.
You. What did you do with Ollie?
I'm right here, Poppy.
For you.
I'll always be
here.
The doctor, Catnap, Mommy and Huggy, they're all dead. You have nothing now. No one. And soon, you'll have less than that.
Stop that.
You don't need to pretend anymore.
Poppy. You don't need to play at being stronger than you are.
You can
come home.
How much do you know?
Everything.
This isn't right. All those years. Was there ever an Ollie?
Yes, there was.
But that was a very long time ago. Let me tell you what comes next.
I'm going to
come up there.
And I'm going to
find you. Your collaborators. The few you have left, they will be dealt with.
What are you going to do with me?
I've got something special in mind.
I prepared it just for you.
And this one, you will never want to leave.
No. This entire time, you've lied to me!
Only because you've kept
missing the point.
We've taken the liberty of retrieving those explosives from the Foundation. Thanks for collecting
those, by the way. I've put them to good use. I admit, though, I'm disappointed.
After all that time in your case, I'd hoped you'd see things differently.
Don't you understand?
It's always been about you
and we'll harm you. What we are. That's not a truth that can be burnt away. go. Not when it can mean so much more.
Prototype. Please.
It's time to come home.
Poppy.
It's time to come home.
I can't go back in the case. I can't. I'm sorry.
Some friend, huh?
Don't worry, I'll find her.
As for you two, try to land on your feet.
After falling down, we continue and come across the door of the labs where the bigger body experiments were made and where the children are kept by the prototype. Before entering, we watch our last VHS tape about Leith talking about what will happen to people except the allowed ones who try to enter the labs. After watching this tape, Huggy Wuggy comes back revealing he did not die in Chapter 1, with this chapter for ends.
Hi, my name is Leith Pierre, and I'm the head of innovation here at Playtime Co. If you're seeing this, you must be very, very lost. Well, rest assured, friend, our state-of-the-art laboratory is just up ahead. Why don't you just go on inside and tap one of our scientists on the shoulder? Tell them you're lost. They'll be glad to help. All right. Let's be honest. You're not supposed to be here. This is the single most high-security, high-clearance section of the whole factory. When someone finds you down here, you will be shot. And before you get any ideas, don't think you can just sneak away either. No, the second you put this tape in, it set off an alarm. So if anyone's home, they know exactly where you are. Pretty nifty, huh? Security is very important to us here. If I were you, I'd start running.
Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 will take place in the labs. Developers confirmed the labs will be the final area. The labs is where the bigger body experiments were made and where the children are kept by the prototype. Our goal is to rescue the orphans and defeat the prototype. Chapter 5 might be the last chapter, but I think it will continue. Poppy Playtime is such a popular horror mascot game. The developers get so much money from the games and the merches. The reason of the creation of Nightmare Critters was to get money from the plushies of the members. If Chapter 5 is the last, we will see the full reveal of the prototype, defeat him, and rescue the children. Yeah, this part is too short. There is no much about Chapter 5. Playtime Co. was created by Elliot Ludwig in 1930. His wife and daughter dies in 1960. He creates a program called Young Geniuses Program to get some intelligent people to work in the factory. Leith Pierre, Holly Sawyer, Stella Graber, Eddie Ritterman. Then they create different kinds of toys. Elliot experiments, and with the organs of her daughter, he brings her back to life inside a doll named Poppy. He creates an orphanage called Playcare in 1976, then a cartoon named Smiling Critters, which contains 8 members. They sell the plushies of the members with scents, but a member called Catnap plushies get wrong scent which give children nightmares. Playtime co-recalls Catnap and this becomes a huge issue. In 1989, Holly Sawyer comes up with a plan called Bigger Bodies Initiative. Then they create Game Station Prison and Labs. Children from Playcare goes to Game Station and play 3 games. If they get a good score, they get sent to the labs to be experimented and turned into a bigger body toy. With this, they wouldn't have to pay much and other evil reasons. The important bigger body toys to the story are 1006, the prototype main antagonist of the series, 1160 Boxy Boo, 1166 Yarnaby, a kid named Quinn Navidson, 1170 Huggy Wuggy, 1170 to Kissy Missy, 1188 Catnap, a kid named Theodore Gramble, 1199 Braun, an employee called Thomas Clark, 1220 to Mommy Longlegs, a kid called Marie Payne, 1320 to Doey the Doman, 3 kids named Jack Ayers, Kevin Barnes, Matthew Hellard, 1350 for the Dr. Holly Sawyer. After Feather incident, high-ranked members find out the reason of this incident is Holly Sawyer. So they decide to turn him into a bigger body. They could use him whenever they wanted because he became something like AI. On August 8, 1995, the most important event in Poppy Playtime happens. With the command of the prototype, all the experiments turn against the employees and unalive them. Drag them below to eat them so they could live. The prototype does not kill the doctor because he needs him. In Chapter 1, we enter Playtime Co. We get a blue and a red hands. Our main enemy is Huggy Wuggy. At the end of the chapter, we make Huggy Wuggy fall below the factory. Then we find Poppy in a case. We open the case and the chapter ends. In Chapter 2, our main enemy is Mommy Longlegs. Mommy breaks our red hand, so we get a new one, green hand. We play 3 different games and Mommy gives us a part of the train code at the end of every game except the last one. She gets angry since we escape and chase us. We meet an ally, Kissy Missy. We kill her in a grinder and get the last part of the code of the train. While escaping, Poppy stops us and changes the route of the train to the Playcare. In Chapter 3, we find ourselves dragged by Catnap. He throws us in a trash area. We escape and then meet a new character, Ollie, via phone. He helps us through the chapter. We get a mask to be protected from the Poppy gas. We enter different areas and get to Hand, Purple Hand, and Flame Hand. One of areas is school, in which we encounter with Miss Delight. We kill her and continue. We also meet with Dog Day, the last member of Smiling Critters. He gets eaten by little toys. At the end, we have a boss fight with Catnap. We defeat him. He burns and then the prototype comes and drags him above. We reunite with Poppy and Kissy. While we and Poppy are going to the prison, Kissy gets attacked above. In Chapter 4, we continue while Poppy goes back to help Kissy. We go to the prison and meet with the doctor. He has been watching us since Chapter 1. We get a red hand and then meet an ally Doey and an enemy Yarnaby. Poppy and Kissy comes and all together we go to Doey's area called Safe Haven. We make a plan. Kill the doctor and get his Omni hand, then place bombs everywhere and explode them after rescuing all the orphan children from the labs. We kill Yarnaby to get to the doctor. We kill him as well and get Omni hand. Then we place the bombs, but unfortunately the prototype explodes them sooner than we wanted and thus the safe haven gets destroyed with all the inhabitants. Doey gets angry with us and turns against us. After a boss fight, we kill him and reunite with Poppy and Kissy. Then Ollie reveals himself to be the prototype, mimicking Ollie's sound. Poppy leaves us because of how she is scared of the prototype, a bomb under us, and Kissy explodes. Kissy tries to hold us, but we still fall and rip her arm off. We continue and enter the labs. Then Huggy Wuggy comes back and the chapter ends. With that, the story of Poppy Playtime ends for now. I'll make a new one when Chapter 5 comes out. I hope you liked and enjoyed while watching. This video took me about 26 hours in edit plus finding and reading sources. I hope it is worth it. See you soon. Bye-bye.